which would you like him on mic to talk a little bit, just to make sure we're good?
We're good. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sounds good. 8,
All right.
9, 10, 11. And this one goes all the way to 11. And we're probably going to do we're going to keep this casual, but we're going to sort of, mark it, say, start. So there's less editing involved afterwards. So we're going to sort of try to keep it live to tape. So it can go up relatively quickly to later today or tomorrow. All right, you ready? Are you ready? Am I ready? It's time for NewsUp Weekly. Good day to you. I'm your host, Sam Gallant. NewsUp Weekly will be coming to you, every week. That makes sense, right? With a different guest and a different quiz. You can always play along at newsup.com, and you can play more quizzes at newsup.com as well. This week, our guest is Brandon Scott. He's the City Council representative for the 2nd District in Baltimore. Councilman Scott, welcome to NewsUp Weekly.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, let's get started. We here at NewsUp, we like pushing the conversation forward. We like to play as well, play some games, some quizzes. So we're going to quiz you in just a minute, but right now let's just get to know you. You grew up in Baltimore, correct?
Yep, born and raised in Baltimore. The only time I spent away from the city of Baltimore is 4 years in Southern Maryland at St. Mary's College.
So you went to St. Mary's. When people in Baltimore, as you know, when they ask you where you went to school.
It's not college, it's high school. I believe blue and gold, meaning I went to Mervo High School.
Some people even go as far back as, depending on where you are, elementary school.
Middle school.
So, and you represent, Mervo is in your district, correct?
No, it isn't. It isn't close, but it's not in my district.
What is your hope for your district in 2015?
My hopes is just that to keep my district improving in the right way. My district, unlike most areas in the city, in the last census, is one of only 4 districts to gain people. We gain people. We want to continue to do that. We have the neighborhood that is the most populated in the city, and frankly, we want to see other areas begin to continue to expand, like Allentown, where you guys are located here. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the crime continue to go down. We want to see our schools continue to improve with the $1 billion in school construction coming in. We want to see businesses come back, and we're trying to revitalize both the corridors of Pulaski Highway and Garland Road to have more jobs and generate more money for our people.
And generally for Baltimore, what's your vision and goals for 2015? Hold on one second.
I knew that was going to happen.
It's like, I don't know how to turn it off.
Alright, I think
You'll edit that out, right?
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
So let me take that again. And generally for Baltimore, what are your goals for 2015?
Same thing. I want Baltimore to be the best Baltimore it can be, and we have to do that by working every day in every neighborhood to improve Baltimore. Many folks look at Baltimore from a different viewpoint than I do. I grew up in Baltimore in the 80s and 90s, so I was here when Baltimore was at its lowest point. And while Baltimore is not perfect, it most definitely is 100 times better than the one I grew up in. I often say that too many people in neighborhoods across the city have fought and died to get Baltimore to the point it is today. To have folks who constantly say that Baltimore is at its lowest point. Baltimore is not at its lowest point. It's clearly not at its lowest point. But we have to move forward. We have to continue to attract businesses. We have to continue to attract residents. And we have to deal with some of the systematic issues that plague our neighborhoods, because Baltimore is a block by block, house by house area. You can be in one block and be in the greatest neighborhood in America, and the next block you can be in one of the worst neighborhoods in America. So we have to work together to get Baltimore to all be the greatest city.
Cities are living, breathing creatures. They grow and evolve just like people do as well, and just like ideals do as well. What do you think is the American dream, how it has evolved? What is the American dream now in 2015?
I think the American dream now is similar to what it used to be. I think the American dream now is for just everyone to try to have a living playing field where they can succeed and have their family be successful. I think that's what every American wants. They want everyone to be able to work, live, learn, and play in the manner they want to in a safe way where they can raise their family. Now, we know without a doubt that there's still a lot of dream to the American dream, even in 2015, because we know the differences depending on economic background, racial background that still exists, and that's what we have to continue to break down in our country.
Well, This is Councilperson Brandon Scott for Baltimore City Council District 2. I'm Sam Gallant. You're listening to NewsUp Weekly. Now that we've gotten to know you, we're going to play a little game right now.
I love games.
All right, how well do you know? We're gonna jump around a little bit. It's gonna come a little fast, so let's get right to it. Now, The Wire depicts Baltimore in a rather bright light, whether we like it or not, and it's a perception and a reality for the last generation, really. Now, who wrote The Wire? Was it A, Barry Levinson, B, Ken Burns, or C, David Simon?
C.
All right. The opening music to The Wire is a song called Way Down in a Hole. Who originally wrote and performed that song? Is it A, the Blind Boys of Alabama, B, Tom Waits, or C, the Neville Brothers?
A.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's actually Tom Waits.
Oh, really?
Yep. What was the name of the Baltimore mayor in the show? Is it A, Clay Davis, B, Tom Carcetti, or C, Norman Wilson?
Tom Carcetti.
All right, correct. From TV crime drama to more real-time crime, from 2001 to 2010, how many cars were stolen on average in Baltimore City? Is it A, 6,113, B, 4,076, or C, 8,442?
I would say A.
A is correct. 6,113 cars on average per year in those 10 years of our history. What is the graduation rate of Baltimore City Schools from the class of 2013? Is it A, 73.5, B, 79.1, or C, 87.5?
I would think it's B.
It is A, 73.5.
That's the number I thought I had no
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, it was a little confusing
Yeah.
because also the state average is 87.5. Crime, education, another theme from The Wire, drugs. Since decriminalizing marijuana late last year, drug arrests in Baltimore have been cut by what percentage according to some preliminary numbers? Is it A, 46%, B, 56%, or C, 36%?
I think it is B.
We would like to think it was 56, but it's 46. Close, right in that range, about half. I know you spend a lot of time thinking about plastic bags. How long does it take a plastic bag to biodegrade? Is it A, 100 years, B, 1,000 years, or C, 10,000 years?
I think it's C.
Very long time, but it is B,
B.
1,000 years. But you know, we don't actually have the exact science on that. That's sort of a
I
guess.
actually had some folks come and say that they weren't biodegradable, but that's a whole nother story.
Right, well, the D would be they don't ever biodegrade. Which of these cities does not have some kind of ban on plastic bags? Is it A, Portland, Oregon, B, Austin, Texas, or C, Baltimore, Maryland?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. Yeah, and is that something that Baltimore's going to be working on?
Yes, it's something that we've been working on for now going on 8 years, but for a very long time. Actually, I was a sponsor of a plastic bag a fee last year, and unfortunately, my colleagues decided not to support that one, and then we had the whole plastic fee bag fiasco last month. But last Monday, our colleague reintroduced the plastic bag ban, so we'll be discussing that over the coming months.
Thank you, Councilman Scott. You did great today. You scored high in my book. You got a bunch of them right. You got some of them close. And thank you for talking with us and taking our quiz. That's Baltimore City 2nd District Councilman Brandon Scott.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This has been NewsUp Weekly. Check out our Facebook page for updates and giveaways like a pair of tickets to see The Daily Show writers live at Rams Head Live next Friday, and play more quizzes on your own at newsup.com. For NewsUp Weekly, I'm Sam Gallant.
Oh, man.
You can check them out.
I'm mad at myself now. Oh, I thought 46 was B.